Welcome to Between the Lines, the Journeyman's Tales. Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. Gosh, it's getting harder too, it has to be said. Recovery time's longer. But we're here. And I'm not going to catch anything sitting moping around the house, that's for sure. We're out, the sun's shining, the birds are singing at the moment, but the weather is due to deteriorate quite dramatically this evening, with rain, quite substantial rain upon all accounts coming in, and a major drop in temperature. But can't catch them sitting on the sofa. And there are some fish coming out. In fact, there's quite a few fish been coming out. So hopefully they'll be more intent on feeding than worrying about what the weather's doing. Anyway, the rods are out. The camp's set up, and I'm going to rest for a while, and I'll be in touch when it all kicks off, because it will do. It's got to. Well, that was a relatively quiet night. I was getting the odd bleep on the right hand rod and the left hand rod, but nothing like a line bite, and certainly nothing like a bream bite, so I don't quite know what was going on there. The near side margin rod, the left hand rod, that did very little, but the rain came in as predicted, and it got slightly warmer when the rain turned up, but for some unknown reason the wind has turned through 90 degrees. But this morning, as you can see from behind me, the skies are quite blue. Behind the camera it's really grey and orange. But I've redone the rods, the right hand rod and the middle rod, back to where they were last night with some fresh bait on. The left hand rod, which was on the near margins, now out on the island on the reed beds that you can see behind me. Hopefully something might turn up mid-morning, has been known to happen. I'll wait till this afternoon before I put any more spods out. But the guy down the bank didn't have anything, and I didn't hear anything or see any lights flashing anywhere else around the pond, so maybe it was a quiet night all round. Anyway, fingers crossed something turns up fairly soon. Deep. Thank you. That's not that big. Lovely jubbly. Might only be a stocky, but it's a fish. That's cheered me up no end. 15 pounds and a few ounces. Well happy. Thank you very much. Super. Get it back, come on. For the last few trips I've been fishing linear, and you've got to have a float on your spom, presumably to stop them sinking, although these ones tend to float better than the spoms do. Initially I tried the float jammed on the back here, but they seem to work loose, and then they end up parting mid-air with the actual spod. Then I tried actually gluing them inside, but that didn't last. The glue was cracking off and the whole jolly lot was slimming up. So the latest trick, which seems to be working so far, although I'm not putting them out at any great distance, is to just shorten it very slightly so it fits in the back of the spom. Drill a hole through the middle. It only needs to be about 1.5 millimetres, and put some stainless steel wire through the whole jolly lot, and then bending it over. And at the moment it's working very well. So if you have to use a float when you're spodding, might be worth a try. Well, that was a suitably cold night. In fact, it was bloody freezing. But literally just woke up, put my feet on the floor, rubbed my eyes, turned the camera on to take the dawn shot, and the middle rod shot off. Crazy speed. Turned out to be a stocky, beautiful little linear, which obviously went straight back and trashed the other two rods at the same time. So the time I'd got the rods back sorted, I could hardly feel my fingers. But the edge has gone off it a bit now, so I don't know whether to stick around or leave, to be perfectly honest. I haven't seen anything moving, haven't heard anything moving. Guy further up bank at a 29 last night. The guy moved in and fished the night to the left of me. I don't think he had anything, he's gone, which was very brave, an overnighter in those conditions. Anyway, we'll see. Well, it's time to draw this session to a close. It's been quite interesting actually. I had a nice 15 pounder at the start of the session, and the temperature really dropped out last night. Really cold, and then literally, as I said earlier, just got up this morning, bang off went the middle rod. Beautiful stocky, but I think it's time to call it a day. I don't think I'll stay for the third night. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers for now. Well, I've snuck back out again. Shouldn't really be out this week, but I thought I'd try and fit one in. I got a trip to Blackthorn Fishery in Shropshire at the end of the month, so I thought I'd sneak one in the local syndicate before that, see if we can get some fish before we start something new. The place is reasonably empty. There's only 5 of us on, and kind of everybody's at 90 degrees to each other around the island. I forced myself to go in a swim that I haven't been in for a while. I didn't want to fish the same one. I'm just getting a bit habitual fishing the same swim all the time. Now, I have fished this one before, had some reasonable success in July. I haven't fished it since. Put a little bit of bait out, not a huge amount. put some in the close margin because 2 fish have shown their backs while I was putting the kit together, very close in. The others 2 are out just on the marginal shelf off the island, which is my preferred place. I don't like to fish too hard. I'll go into the margin, which isn't too bad at this time of year, but when it's weedy you end up skull dragging them through the weed and I don't like it. Anyway, the rods are out, camp set, and we're all ready to go. Good morning. What an absolutely dire night that was. Freezing cold. Heavy rain. Had to have the bivvy door zipped up, which is something I really hate because it gets a bit claustrophobic in there. But the wind was blowing straight into the bivvy. Needless to say, a quiet night. Nothing happened. Nothing's happened first thing this morning. So I've just recast the baits and I'm going to put a couple of more spods in. See if we can liven things up a bit. The rain's due to come back again later on today, unfortunately. But then tomorrow is supposed to be warming up with the air pressure rising. But whether that's going to be any good to me, I don't know. But it's all looking a bit bleak and a bit cold and a bit depressing, to say the very least. But we're here and we're doing it. And the fingers are still crossed. Happy days, eh? There she goes. Been a long wait, but well worth the wait. 26.12. It feels like every ounce of it. And fantastic. Through the bits with that one. Gosh, I'm getting weak. 26.12. Fantastic. Good morning. It's been a slightly better night in as much as that the rain has now stopped. The wind calmed down quite a bit, but it's beginning to pick up again now. but the temperature dropped quite considerably. Had a little bit of interference from bream in the night with sort of aborted takes, but no signs of carp since dusk really. There were a few in the area, not sticking their heads out, but just turning on the surface and sticking their backs out. But anyway, it's time to start packing away soon. The next trip's going to be Blackthorn Fishery, as I think I mentioned earlier on. Now they've got some really nice fish there, so I've got high hopes for that trip. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Cheers for now.